Hey everyone, Izzy from Endless RVing. Today's video, we have a upgraded product we just received. It's an updated video to another video we did a little bit earlier in the year. We'll link that above, but this is very popular with RVers, and we're going to show you this brand new product and how changes have been made to make it easier for you, the RVer. So the product we're going to be reviewing today is a brand new portable power station. Now these are super popular with RVers, and we use portable power stations all the time. I use them almost on a daily basis. Keep one in the back of my truck. A couple of days ago, I had to go and do something for work, and I need to power a monitor for a computer. There was no outlets. I had to pull out my own monitor, plugged it in, and it's a breeze. Sometimes I use it for a microwave. Sometimes there's multiple reasons why. We use it for power outages at home. We use them when we're on the road if we want to plug things in when we're outside the camper. So there's multiple different uses. Power stations come from very minimal up to ones that can back up your home or completely run your RV, and the price ranges vary greatly. The video we referred to earlier in this video was the BLUETTI EB70S. We did a full review on that and we did link it above, but BLUETTI has a brand new, it's not even released at the point of us making this video, a brand new power station is the AC60, and this has made some great improvements on this. I think they did a really good job on it, and we're going to review it today. So let's talk about the AC60 and why I really like this. And maybe BLUETTI has not only listened to our complaints about the EB70, but I'm sure other people's complaints about the EB70, because although that was a really good battery, it did have its deficiencies when we talked about it in the last video we reviewed it. They've addressed a lot of those issues, but still came in a really small package. This little unit comes in at a weight of 18.95 pounds, so just under 19 pounds. And what I really like about this unit, very much like the last one we reviewed, it has the built-in grab handle, which is pretty awesome. This is a perfect unit if you don't need something to power really power hungry, high wattage items such as blenders or crock pots or hair dryers. This is not capable of doing that. This has a 600 watt inverter in it. It's a 400 watt hour battery, but what this is perfect for if you just need something to power your ordinary devices when you're out and about. If you're in a van or if you're in a car, when we go on to these RV shows, we keep these batteries around. They power our portable freezer. They're great to charge battery. You can charge multiple batteries. You want to run a TV, you can do that. So let's talk about some of the features on here. So right on top, quick charge, your wireless charging. This is an output of 15 watts. So if you have a phone that is compatible with the wireless charging, you just throw it right on here and it goes. And now let's just go right in the front over here. You have your 12 volt DC output, and they call it the cigarette lighter, right? So this is 10 amps out. You have your USB-C 100 watt. This is perfect for you Apple owners, you MacBook owners. Those are really power hungry. Instead of using that big chunk, you can just plug right into here, and that's one of the ways we use this all the time. And then you continue on, you have the USB-A 5 volt DC 3 amp. You have two of those. You have a separate DC connection as far as the power. You can power up your DC, your AC, and then you have over here two 120 volt AC outlets for a total of 600 watts. Like I said, the inverter is 600 watts. We're going to test a couple things on it, show you what it can run and what it can't run. One of the other things that's really nice about this, it has the lithium iron phosphate battery, so you're going to get thousands of cycles of charging, full cycles, and you'll be at 80%. I think it's like 3,000 to 5,000 cycles. It's really good. This is the better way you want to go with the lithium iron phosphate. You do also have your input here for your solar. This is right here. You have your AC input right into a wall outlet, and it's quick charging. So you can go from 0 to 80% in about 45 minutes, which is pretty awesome. Another thing that you have on here, let me just show you, which it was not on the EB70, are these ports. Now these are expansion ports, and what this allows you to do, like I told you, this is 400 watt hours of battery on here, but it's expandable. So we also have here the B80. This is an 800 watt battery. So now if I cable this to this, 800 plus 400, that gives you 1,200 watt hours, and you have two different ports. So if you get two of these guys, you have 2,000 watt hours, which is pretty awesome. Another thing that they improved on the AC60, or I should say they added that they didn't have on the EB70S, is that it has an app and it has Bluetooth. So with the app, it's the BLUETTI app. You go onto that, you can control, you can turn this on and off, both the DC and the AC right through the app. It shows you what's connected to your battery. It shows you how much drain is coming out. It shows you how much charge is being put in. If you're either on solar, which this does have solar input to charge, or you're on the AC, it's also going to show you when you're connected to an external battery. If you're in an RV and you want to have the windows open, you just want to get some airflow, a fan. You know, this is not a big draw. We're going to plug this in. I'm pretty confident this is going to work. You hear it go on, and there you go, guys. So this is running it with no problem. I'll just hit the AC here. It shows the draw. It's outputting 57 watts right now. I'll kind of turn it up a little bit, the fan. So that's at its highest. And if I bring it down, you'll see it drop, of course. So no problem on that. Two-way radios, guys, not a big draw. We'll plug this in. I'll put this into that USB-A, and this will start charging up immediately. And these guys started charging. One of them is full. It's not even showing a draw because this is such a little draw. I'm gonna hook up this, I shouldn't say fan, it's more power hungry. I'm gonna hook up this ceramic heater. I'm almost certain it's going to not be able to handle this. But again, guys, this is not made for that. The Bluetti and many companies have other units that are much bigger. I know Bluetti has, I believe, the AC500. It will handle this and then some. It'll run your house. So let me just unplug this. I'm going to plug this in. I'm pretty sure this is going to stop. Well, we'll put the fan. It'll handle the fan. Fan, no problem. 28 watts output. Now, as soon as I kick this on, you're going to see this jump up. And once it hits 600, it's probably going to kick off. Well, no, it handled it on low. So I've been proven wrong, guys. Here we go. It's at 4, 5. Let's keep it on there. If it hits 600, now it stopped at 585. Oh. No, we're good. Wow. I stand corrected. It handled a little space heater. Now this is on level 1. I'm pretty certain if I kick it on level 2, but it's throwing out heat. If I kick this on level 2, it's probably going to kick off. And then you see it has a big draw, so it's giving us less than an hour because again, this is a small battery. But what I'm going to do a little bit later, I'm going to hook up the B80 and this should jump up. So let's put this on 2. I'm sure it's going to kill it now. It's still handling it. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I did not think that that was going to work, so I'm wrong. Really good, really impressive. I'm pretty sure it's not going to use a blender. It's not going to do a blender. We tried that with some other units, but very impressive on this. So let's show you how the B80 handles, how you hook it up, and what difference is going to make on this. What I like is they supply the cables, which is really nice. And look, this is like idiot proof, and I like idiot proof things. And once you hook it in, it's going to lock. So let's just show you. They come with the caps. We only have one additional battery, so just try to get in close here, hon. So what you're going to do, it only goes in one way. You put it in, and then it's going to click, and now it's not going to come out. To release it, you turn and you pull out, and it will come out. Now I want to hook this up to the battery, but before I do that, let me just show you. The battery does have some cool features also. You do have your 12-volt cigarette lighter, and that's at 10 amps. And then you have another USB-C 100 watts, and excuse my dirty hands, I just did a big install. USB-A at 18 watts, and there is shows your battery level. You have input for solar also. So this can be solar charged, this can be solar charged. Now, this unit here can be charged one of two ways. It can be charged by an additional charger that you have to buy from Bluetti, which you can plug in right here. That's also the solar charger. Or if you plug in here and then you plug this unit into the wall, and this unit does come with your AC charger, it will charge both units. To get this hooked up, all you're going to do is the same thing on this side. So now that's hooked up. It's powered on. I'm going to turn the DC on, which is not really necessary. I'm going to take MJ's phone off of here. I'm going to stack the two. All right. And this is lightweight also. We'll give you all the specs at the end of the video for both units. We should be showing on here both things. So we're at 99.9 hours, 97%. I'm going to go on the app, and hopefully the app is going to show that this guy is hooked up. So once I go into the app, it's showing now 2 batteries connected. Number 1 is the AC60. It shows the status of how much life it has in here. And then if you go to battery number 2, it shows the B80 hooked in parallel, has it at 100%. So we're now with 2 units here. Right now we have 1,200 watt hours of power, but remember, that's not going to affect the inverter. The inverter is still a 600 watt inverter, so you're not going to like double and triple that, just the amount of energy you have in here. So now let's connect. Remember when I had the heater on earlier, it said 0.6 hours. That should go up because we have another battery on here now. So let's hook up our heater. That's the beauty of it, is that it's modular. So if you don't need to buy this, you don't need to do it, right? But if you need that extra power, instead of having to buy another battery, you can just keep adding different backup packs. You don't have to spend the money on a bigger unit. So let's turn this on. Let's go fan first. So with the fan, you're about 29 hours. You see it's at 90%. 28 watts it's putting out. Now let's go turn it up to level 1. Now before it said 0.6 hours. You see it's at 2.4 hours, 2.3, but it's definitely a lot more than it was before. So at 586 watts, 587, it's at 1.7 hours. And it's steady there right now, so 97%. Now, if we hooked up another battery, of course, that would go up also. So let's give you some very specific specs on both these units. Now, you may be asking yourself, guys, you have so many of these damn power stations. What do you use them for? Well, we actually lose power at our home quite often. We live in the woods. We do have an external generator that runs by gasoline, but what happens is a lot of times the power's not out for that long, a couple hours. These units are pretty awesome that you can plug into your refrigerator, you can plug into light, fans, whatever, you can do that. What I'm specifically using this for right now, we have a server at home, which we just started this year just because of the amount of footage and data we have. As anybody knows, you can't just shut down servers. There's a process to shut down a server. A big problem is if we lose power, we will lose power to that server immediately before our generator kicked on. We needed a UPS. Well, this has a UPS function, right? If you don't know what UPS is, basically it's a battery backup for computers that if power goes off, it kicks in within 0.2 milliseconds. So that server will never go down. And being that that server is not that power hungry, it's going to last quite a few hours before I can go and kick that generator, regular generator on. If we're not home, we now know it's being backed up, which is really a nice thing. That's a big function for here. If you're a computer geek, it's not only RVs, you can use it for many different things. So let's get into some of the specs, guys. Like I told you, lithium iron phosphate batteries, 403 watt hours to be exact. Weighs just under 19 pounds at 8.6 kilograms. The cigarette lighter port, I went over all this already. 12 volt DC is at 10 amps. USB-A is 5 volts, 3 amps in total. You do have the input for the DC up to 200 watts of solar at 8 amps, which is pretty great. And then the max input current on the expansion port, which is over here, it's 30 amps. AC60, the B80. Now, the B80 can be standalone, but you only have these ports here. You don't have the AC outputs. The B80 is really made to accessorize and to enhance the AC60. So let's talk about this also. This is 806 watt hours, lithium iron phosphate also. This weighs 9.9 grams, so just over 20 pounds. Cigarette lighter port, same as at the AC60 at 12 volt, 10 amps. And then the USB-A is 5 volt at 3 amps. USB-C, same thing, guys. You have a 100 watt USB-C coming out. The max input current for this is also 30 amps. And this also has solar. Maximum is going to be 200 watts max input at 8 amps. This, very much like the AC60, does also have the carrying handle, and you can see they're very compact. You can easily fit these in the trunk of a car, in a closet, in a bay, under your bed, in your RV. We really like these guys. If you're just running laptops, fans, TVs, things that are not super power hungry, these are great. As of this time of this video, this has not been released. We don't know a price on it. However, if we do find the price, when we post this, we'll pin it in the comment. But also, if you're interested in something like this, we'll put the link below. You can order it right from there, or you can go on Bluetti's website. If this is not enough for you, or this is too much for you, they have a wide variety of different units to suit your needs. So in the comments below, guys, let us know, do you like power stations? We use them all the time. We really do like them just because of the portability and how useful they are. To the left of us, if you like videos like this, we'll put our RV DIY playlist, we'll put our RV newbie playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.